This is the scene, and we've got mild air, especially across southern parts of the UK, cooler across the north, and over the next few days, this warm air is sort of going to be flirting with the UK, really, but then to the end of the weekend and the weekend, the cold air comes in, and that's when things will change. But for the foreseeable future, so the next 3 days or so, we've still got this mild weather, but windy weather as well, and of course we've got rain because we have weather fronts coming in off the Atlantic as well. So let's take a look at the scene then. This is the satellite picture. You can see this conveyor belt of cloud. This is a weather front, actually. It's a warm front. So everywhere towards the south of that, we've got mild, drizzly, damp weather. To the north of that, we've got the fresher, showery conditions. Let's zoom into the heart of this weather front here. In fact, the Met Office is warning that here, over the next 24 hours or so, we could see something like 40 to 50 millimetres of rain, so a couple of inches, especially across the hills of Cumbria, for example, and the Lake District. But to the south of this weather action, across the southeast, the southern counties of England, into southwestern parts of England, the clouds are breaking up at least from time to time, so the temperature is probably wobbling around about the mid-teens, possibly hitting 17 degrees, so certainly very mild for the beginning of November. Now we get into Wales then, quite a damp squib across western parts of Wales, especially Snowdonia as well. Gusty conditions here too, a gust of around about 40, maybe even 50 miles an hour. Wet across the south of Northern Ireland, and then the other side of the weather front, remember, we've got the cooler air, so temperatures rather than 15 to 17, more like 11 degrees across the central lowlands of Scotland. So what happens this evening and overnight? Well, the pulses of rain keep coming and going along this band here, which is where our weather front is situated. So to the south, we've still got the mild conditions, say around 13 degrees. This is actually what we get during the daytime, and this is very early on Wednesday morning. So very, very mild night to come this coming night, especially across the south. And then tomorrow, more or less, copycat conditions. So again, we have these pulses of rain carried in by that conveyor belt of warmth and moisture. The best of the weather, I suspect, tomorrow, places like Murray, Aberdeenshire, into Edinburgh and Newcastle, but fresher here, only around about 11 degrees or so. Here's a look at Thursday. The warm air briefly moves a little bit further northwards, even into Glasgow and Edinburgh, taking the rain northwards as well. And then by the time we get to Friday and Saturday, the cooling trend starts to happen. But this is just to show you what the early November average is. It's more typically 10 or 11 degrees. Remember that over the next few days, we could be reaching 17, maybe in a degree higher than that.